This video is about plant life cycle, and we are starting with seeds. Every plant with flower begins its life as a seed. But what is a seed? A seed of a plant allows it to grow more plants like itself. Seeds allow the plant to reproduce. Just like humans have a baby when we reproduce, plants grow seeds to reproduce. But what is inside a seed? Well, inside the seed there are three main parts. First is the embryo, which is a little tiny version of the plant which is inside the seed ready to grow. Then the main part of the seed is taken up by the food store, and that's where there's a whole bunch of nutrients that will support the growth of the embryo until its leaves can open out to the sunlight. And then finally we have the seed coat, which we call the tester, and it protects the embryo and it protects the food store. Sometimes it can be like a shell. Germination. Sometimes seeds lay on the ground or in the ground for a very long time. But when they have the right amount of light, water, warmth, nutrients and oxygen, those little seeds can spring into life. And this is called germination. Before germination, the seed, like I described, is dormant. It's like it's sleeping. It's ready to start life when it gets just those right essential ingredients. So let's have a look at how germination happens. So here we have a seed. Once it gets just the right amount of light and water and warmth, it will fill up with water and it will start to swell. First thing that happens is the radicle, which is the first root, will break through the shell and go down into the ground. Then the seed coat or the tester swells some more and it splits open. Finally, the plumule, which is the first leaves, are able to emerge. And then you'll see in the last picture, those leaves start to open up towards the sunlight, and then it no longer needs the food store to support its growth. It can get some energy from the sun and produce its own food through photosynthesis. There are many different types of seeds. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and varieties and colours. So I'm going to show you some seeds and we'll see if you can recognise them. This little tiny brown pip, I'm sure you've all seen these ones before because you will find them inside an apple. This is a single big seed which is inside one of my favourite fruits. Some people think of this as a vegetable, but it's definitely a fruit, and I use it when I am making salads or sandwiches. An avocado. Yum. These little black seeds, you might sometimes have them on top of a muffin, or maybe in some orange and poppy seed cake because they come from the poppy flower. This is a very big seed, like this big, and you'll find one of these either hanging up in a coconut tree or sometimes on the ground under them. And these little tiny ones are from a plant which is native to Australia. You'll find these little tiny seeds inside a gum nut or a eucalypt flower. And that's it for seeds.